Guys, make it fast, okay? So this translation part is going to be asked in your exam. But not only this, much more.
Sir, I'll read.
Pranav,
Yeah. Yes, sir.
fine. So I will I will share. Uh, so you can just start reading. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Okay. Unité 1, Unit 1. Bienvenue en France. Okay, I will just describe it and then you can start reading. First, I will do it. Then you can proceed with the reading part. Unité 1. Bienvenue en France. Welcome to France. Okay. Unité 1. Bienvenue en France. Welcome to France. So write down the translation. As I said, there is no English translation will be provided. So it is your responsibility to write down or make note of it. Mostly nowadays the Google translation is almost correct, okay, but certain sentences does not take a literal translation, which is done by the Google. So I prefer all the translations to be done on your own by learning the words, by learning the vocabularies, because one word has several meanings. Okay, it's not a, for example, as I said, a is a preposition. It means in, at, to. So where you have to use in, you should know. Where you have to use to, you should know. Same way, en is also in. It's a preposition. For what are the contexts or which context you will use en, you should know. So I prefer you guys to translate on your own by learning the words. It helps in two ways. One, you will learn the language and you will learn the logic, and it goes for the entire language. So it is easy, very easy to remember and use the language in future. The first one, dialogue 1, dialogue 1, première rencontre. Première rencontre. Premiere means first meeting. First meeting. Cette scène s'est passée au café Les Deux Magots à Paris. Une nouvelle étudiante étrangère vient d'arriver à Paris et rencontre un Français à table. So, do you understand anything from this two sentence? Anyone? I prefer non complete beginners. So far, you have
No,
studied
sir.
some. No,
No, sir.
not
No,
even a
sir.
single word.
No, sir.
Sir, student, estudiant.
Yes, student. Okay. Here, I will just give you the translation. This scene takes place in a cafeteria named the Mago. It's a name of the cafeteria. Whenever I say a name, no need translation. You write the same thing. À Paris, in Paris, une nouvelle étudiante étrangère. So when you do the translation literally, a new student, what is étranger? Do you have any idea about the word by looking at the word?
Stranger.
A new strange student. Huh? A foreign student comes to Paris and meets a French at the table. Okay, so this dialogue is taking place in a restaurant or cafeteria. A new foreign student comes to Paris and meets a French guy at the table. That is what the translation. Étranger means one is strange, but here don't use a strange. Foreign. Étranger is other country. Next, first I will read once and then I will prefer that two students, okay, one is Radhika and another one, someone, forgot the name. I use, right? Come on. So, Elena, excusez-moi, vous êtes Monsieur Julien? Monsieur Julien? No, je suis Laurent. So, what do you understand from the first sentence? Anyone, please tell your name and proceed.
Some.
Yeah.
Excuse me, are you Mr.
This call is now being recorded.
Are you Mr. Julian? And then
Are you Mr. Julian? Yes.
he
Excuse
said,
me.
no, I'm
It-
Lauren.
No, I am Laurent. Lawrence. Okay. So, excusez-moi, vous êtes Monsieur Julien? No, je suis Laurent. Monsieur, sorry, sir. Ça ne fait rien. That's okay. That is what it's an expression. Ça ne fait rien. So whenever there is a word ne, it always means negative. But certain contexts, it reflects as an expression. Ça ne fait rien. That's okay or it's okay based on the context. The bracket stuff. À un autre homme à côté. À un autre homme à côté. That means to nearby or beside. À côté means nearby or beside. Helena, vous êtes Monsieur Julien? Again, same question. Oui. Yes. Ah. Bonjour, Monsieur Julien. Je m'appelle Elena Boutis. Je suis étudiant en échange pour un semestre à l'Université catholique de Paris. I believe you can understand the first two sentences. Bonjour, good morning, my Mr. Julian. My name is Elena Vitis. I am an exchange student for a semester at the Catholic University of Paris. So whenever you want to say, I study in SRM University, or I am a student of SRM University, or in SRM University, how do you say that? I am a student in SRM University. Yes.
Sir, will say je suis étudiante en SRM.
Étudiant, okay, since masculine gender you are Azan, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You should étudiant. So it's very simple.
Étudiant.
Je suis étudiant. So look into here, okay? What I like. Université Catholique de Paris is there, right? So what you are going to do is, instead of Catholique de Paris, you are going to write Université de SRM. So SRM University is normally written as Université de SRM. Clear? So remember that, okay? Je m'appelle Elena Vitis. I am an exchange student for a semester at the University, Catholic University of Paris. Bonjour, Mademoiselle Elena. Enchanté. What is enchanté?
Nice meeting you.
Yes, nice to meet you.
Delighted to meet you.
Okay, what is the next sentence? Vous êtes d'où?
Where do you come from?
Ah, yes. Where are you? There is no verb come here. Okay. So next one. Je suis de Belgique. Je suis de Belgique.
I am from
I'm
Belgium.
I
from
am
Belgium.
from Belgium.
Perfect. I am from Belgium. I am Belge.
Belge.
Chouette, chouette. It's a colloquial or friendly or very informal way to say nice. Okay, chouette. J'adore la Belgique. I adore Belgium. Moi, it's a pronom tonic. Myself or me. Je m'appelle Julien Couteau et je suis français. You guys, I believe you understand. Je m'appelle Julien Couteau. I am Julian and I am French.
French.
Je suis également enchanté de faire votre connaissance. So, what do you mean by that? Anybody? See, the previous sentence,
I am delighted to know about you.
delighted to, delighted,
Enchanté.
enchanté. Fine. I am also equally, or I am also happy to meet you. Happy to know your acquaintance. That is what. De faire votre connaissance enchanté. Okay. Faire votre connaissance is equal to enchanté. Both means same. I am also happy to meet you. Pleasure to meet you. That is what. And et. 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 La France est un pays magnifique. France is a magnificent country. Pays, P-A-Y-S. So you can see that highlighting thing. Can you see? Pays means country, countries, both singular and plural. La France est un pays magnifique. It's a magnificent country. On se tutoie alors. Okay, this sentence it's very complicated. Complicated in the sense it's then we get to know each other. We talk informal like that. Tutoyer means calling person in Q form, informal way. On se tutoie alors. Then we t'invite à dîner chez moi ce soir. Word chez means it's a preposition again referring to someone. Okay, suppose you want to say I went to doctor or I am going to doctor. Je vais chez le médecin. I am going to doctor. That is clinic or somewhere. Doctor's house. So je à dîner chez moi ce soir. What will be the translation?
I invite you to my
Invite
house
you
for
to my
dinner
house
this
to
evening.
dinner this evening.
This evening.
Yes, I invite you to my house this evening for dinner. Am I clear with that translation? I invite you to dinner for my house this evening. So here the translation, whichever is grammatically correct in English will be accepted. I don't expect the same thing what I dictate or what is the translation which I am dictated. So whichever is grammatically correct in English will be accepted. Next sentence. J'habite tout près d'ici, dans le même quartier. I live very near from here in the same area. I live very near from here in the same region or same area. Quartier means region, area. Merci à ce soir. Thank you. What is à ce soir?
I'll see you in the evening.
I will. There is no I will.
See you in the evening.
Yes. See you this evening. See you this evening. Ce soir. Okay. Last line. Bon à tout à l'heure. What is à tout à l'heure?
See you in a little while.
Yeah. See you later or see you in a while. Okay. So this is what the first lesson translation. So as I told, as I asked, two people have accepted. One is Nika and another one is Prashant or some Prashant Pranav Pranav Arya, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I forgot the name. So you can start. Okay, so one will be Julian, another one will be Elena.
Yes, sir.
Commencez.
Okay. Excusez-moi, vous êtes Monsieur Julien?
Non, je suis Laurent.
Ah, pardon, monsieur.
Ça ne fait rien.
Vous êtes Monsieur Julien?
Oui.
Ah, bonjour, Monsieur Julien. Je m'appelle Elena Wuter. Je suis étudiante en échange pour un semestre à la Université catholique de Paris.
Ah, bonjour, mademoiselle Hélène. Enchanté. Vous êtes d'où?
Je suis de Belgique et je suis belge.
Chouette. J'adore la Belgique. Moi, je m'appelle Julien Contiu et je suis Francis.
Je suis également enchantée de faire votre connaissance. Et la France est un pays magnifique.
Oh, ça, tu alors,
D'accord.
je t'invite à dîner chez moi ce soir. Je habite tout près de ici dans le même quartier.
Merci. À ce soir.
Bon, à tout à l'heure.
Perfect. Okay. So I think you read very well, both of you. Only thing is certain pronunciation you should watch. Okay. Otherwise, the reading was good. Okay. So here she told je suis étudiant. It's not étudiant, étudiante. Okay. And
Yes, sir.
à la université or à l'université. There is no la here. À l'université. So join the L with U. À l'université de Catholique de Paris. You spoke very well, both of you guys. Then Pranav, I think what's your name, man? Sorry, forgot.
Pranav.
Yeah, Pranav. You said vous et du. Vous êtes du. Okay, vous
Okay, sir.
êtes. And the same thing. These don't think I'm just finding it. Just correcting your pronunciation. So better next time you will be more better in reading. This one, always remember ch must give the sound of sh. Okay, so what will be the pronunciation, Pranav?
Shoot.
Chouette.
Chouette.
Yeah, you should pronounce the last T with the sound of th.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Chouette.
Chouette. Fine. And tutoie. Tutoie alors. On said tutoie alors. Tutoie is nothing but informal. I will just proceed with the next context. You will know it in the textbook. So the rest of the sentences you spoke very well. You read very well. À tout aller, atut, aller. So see you in a while. So does anybody wants to read, or we shall proceed? Guys, does anybody wants to read one more time, or make it fast, make it fast, answer it. Your reading part as marks, okay? So don't think, okay, I can just escape without reading. Yes? Nobody wants to. Okay then. Yes, someone wants to talk. Fine. So these things we have already seen. The alphabet, vowels, simple vowels. You can just have a gist of this. Les salutations. So there I have just given very less, okay, and then I just wrote it on the screen, whatever which came into my mind, uh, the presentation part. Les salutations, salutations. So whenever you start your introduction part, always use these two sentences. That is more important. So, Monsieur or Madame, je vous présente. When you introduce someone to someone, when you introduce your friend to me, or when you introduce your friend to your friend, so you need to start with je vous présente. Je vous présente. I would like to introduce to you. It's a huge translation, okay? Je, I, vous, you, présente, introduce. Don't translate as present. Don't say I present to you. Okay, that is different context. I introduce to you, formal. Je te présente, informal. So these two sentences you can make note of it, copy down. Next, vocabulary, which you have seen already. All these we have done in the class. So the same thing. If possible, I will post these two screens, which I will write down. I will give it in the GCR. So here I just didn't complete what I started when I talk about or spoke about the accents. So here now I will just do a quick brush up or revise. So you can see the blank sheet, right? Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fine, fine. Thank you. Les accents. Les accents. Okay. I told you there are 3 to 4 major accents which are very much important in French language. The first accent you should know where to use. Okay, the first accent is l'accent aigu. Okay, l'accent aigu, AIGU. L'accent grave is second. The first one is aigu. Remember, this accent goes only with the alphabet E. You can't put accent for everything. This l'accent aigu goes only with the alphabet E. How will you pronounce the alphabet E?
A.
Now, What is the pronunciation of alphabet?
Sir, it's
Yes, it's a. So pronunciation of E is a. When you put this accent, pronunciation changes to A. You find it difficult or find the difference? So keep the sound correctly. For example, how will you pronounce Parle? Just read it.
Parle.
Parle. Perfect. Correct pronunciation. Parle means speak. Okay. E speaks. Oh, sorry. Il parle. He speaks. Now, suppose you wrote Parle with an accent. It's a past participle of the verb parler. So it means il a parlé, he spoke. Find the difference? The pronunciation sound parle, parler. So that is what the accents are. Next one. The next accent is l'accent grave. L'accent grave. So this accent goes on 3 alphabets. One is E, A, U. Same logic, the pronunciation changes to E, A, U. These two does not change the sound, but it changes the meaning. So now, how will you say E as a book? E as a textbook. Anyone?
Il a le livre.
Il a un livre. Okay, E as a textbook. So here, A sound gives the same sound pronunciation. Il habite à Chennai. A. So the different words these two are. So based on the context only you can understand which are or which verb or which preposition you can use it. So this accent gives a major important role in the language. A means in, at, to. It's a preposition. Make note of it. A, in, at, to. So the next one, you. You, I'll give you a simple example. OU means or. OU with grave accent means where.
Where?
So that's all. This you can understand better. The sound will be same, oo, but the meanings are completely different. Clear? And what is the next accent? These 3 accents are very much important. Accent grave, accent aigu, these 2. The next one is circumflex. Circumflex is used on all the vowels. Circumflex. Circumflex means it's a small cap. Laxum. Circumflex. This A-E-I-O-U. So mainly this one is used, this accent is used To differentiate the word from English, okay, for example, hostel, okay, or hospital, 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 but in French, they used to say hôpital. Mainly, these accents are used in a borrowed word from other language. Hôpital, for example, forest. So in English, it's forest. In French, it will be forêt. Or that is one logic. Another one is whenever there is two vowels in between a consonant, you need to pronounce this both the vowel. So for that purpose, this circumflex is used. There are two things. One, mostly it is a borrowed word from other. Otherwise, whenever a vowel followed by a consonant followed by a vowel, you need to pronounce both the vowel. For that purpose, they are using this circumflex. For example, so how will you pronounce this? Côté. À côté. Just now you have seen in the translation. À côté means beside, next to. So you need to pronounce both the vowel. You need to put a circumflex accent. The next accent which we have seen, cedilla, accent cedilla. Okay, so this accent, it's an inverted question mark. So this accent goes only with the alphabet C, cedilla, to give the sound S. So normally CA is pronounced as ka, ko, q. Hard sound. To make it softer, C followed by A will be sa. It's not that much important. Okay, just know how to pronounce it. So these are the things. Next one, just wait. Okay, the thing. Tutmo, ver, tutmo, ele, wo, wa, mo. So tutwa means Q form. Wu form will be wu, wa, mo. Okay. So we will see this next class, the definite and indefinite article. This will be your first lesson, and I will proceed with two more things. The last thing which I'm going to teach today for this class, we have 10 minutes more. These two verbs we have already seen, atre and avoir, and s'appeler. So what we are going to do is, we are going to check habiter, and two numbers we will check today. So first you can start writing. Write down, okay? So I'm not just going to share the screen with you. So as I told, there are three groups of verbs. Three groups. One will be ER, IR, RE. In ER, regular and irregular. The same goes for everything, regular and irregular. First, we are going to check only regular verb. Okay. There is only one verb in irregular of ER category. In this, only one verb you will learn later. So first we will check the ER verb, how to conjugate. So ER verbs, you can write like this. Premier group, ER verbs. So now someone's mic is on and it's too audible. So please put mute. So who is Shushmita? I think your name is only visible here. Shushmita. Absent. Raj. Guys, if I call your name, if you're not responding, you will be marked absent only. I think 56 students are here, but not responding. Did you see Mithil? Just unmute yourself. Sushmita said due to network issue. Okay. Mic issues. Then when I conduct exam, if you say mic issues, what can I do? Shall I mark 0 for everyone? Whoever says mic issues, shall I mark 0? I can understand, but if this is going to happen for your exam and I'm going to conduct for audio exam, there won't be any partiality among you all. The rule is same for everyone. So I don't find any difference among students. If one is saying mic issues, if I'm going to give 0, that will be followed for the entire class. So make sure you make it ready for your exam, your mic issue, whatever the technical fault is, technical issues you are facing. Okay, Aditya S.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what are the subject pronouns?
Can you hear me?
Sorry?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Just make it fast, okay? We will just finish it fast.
I don't have idea.
You don't have it. Have you attended the class earlier? Last 2 classes? Okay, who knows? Okay, I think I should be very rigid with you guys. I'm going to marks for this. Yeah, who's that? Please tell your name, okay, so that I can make note of it. Sorry?
Shriya.
Shreya. Okay, Shreya. SHRIYA.
Yes, sir.
Fine.
J tu il l nu vu il l ILS ELLES.
Okay, fine. Thank you. So here, when you are going to learn the ER verb conjugation, or in that case, any group verb conjugation, so you should write in the same format. So don't change the order as I told earlier. The first and easy verb which you are going to learn is parler. PARLER. Parler means to speak. Okay, parler, to speak. So whenever the word ends with ER, E with accent, ET, EZ, all this should be pronounced as A. Keep that in mind. That's why I said parler. 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 So now the conjugation. How to frame ER conjugation? Listen carefully. So this is very one simple way to conjugate the regular ER verbs of group 1. Regular ER verbs. It is conjugated in the same way for all the verbs. For je, the ending should be E. for tu, es, lle, for nu, ons, for vu, ez, for ent, ent. So am I clear? So this one is the common ending for all the regular er verbs. So all you need to do is later just memorize the endings based on the subject pronouns. Je, e, tu, es, il, e, l, e, on, e. I will tell you what is this later after this class. Nu, on, vous, is, il, ent, ent. Now the rule number 2, what you are going to do is remove er from the infinitive and add the stem to the ending. Parle, parles, parle. You will get the conjugation. Okay. When you want to say I speak French, je parle français. Je parle français. Tu parles français. Il parle français. Elle parle français. Nous parlons français. Vous parlez anglais. Elle parle Tamil. So all you need to do is just learn the endings. Okay, endings are important. Only when you know the ending, you can conjugate the entire er group verbs of the regular. So these are the endings. So now,
Sir,
yeah,
the
yes,
pronunciation is only different for nu and vu,
yes.
parlo and parle.
Not only for er verbs, everything. Even for
Okay.
IR, it will be the same. So only
Okay.
for nu and wo it changes. The rest are same. How can you find the difference? Only by reading the passage or when you communicate, it is understood. Not by just words.
Yes.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, can you repeat, sir?
Yes, sure. The first step is for the verb. The infinitive of the verb is parler. The infinitive is parler. P-A-R-L-A-R. Okay. So the verbs ending in er are er groups. That's all. Simple logic is the verbs ending in er verbs. What you are going to do is the second step is write the subject pronouns in the order and learn the endings based on the subject pronoun. For je, it should be parle. For example, if I am going to say je m'appelle, J-E-M-A-P-P-E-L-L-E. For je, it is E. Je m'appelle. Tu t'appelles. For tu, E-S. Are you getting here? Tu
Yes, sir.
parle. Il parle. Elle parle. Nous parlons. Vous parlez. Il parle. Elle parle. So the pronunciation are same for all the subject which you start with je, except nu and vu. All you need to do is just memorize the ending. The infinitive of verb is s'appeler. It goes under er verb category, but different kind of verb, spell changing verb. Okay. So understood?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Welcome. So now I want you to conjugate the verb habiter. Habiter. Habiter means what?
Live.
To live.
To
Live.
live or to stay.
Stay.
Okay. Now conjugate habiter. 1. The second verb A to the A. Now. I want the students to do it now. Two verbs. You can write down and you can share the screen one by one. One by one means whoever I'm just calling it. So only two you can do it. Meanwhile, I will take attendance. Have you written this? Can I close this?
Sir, 1 minute, sir.
Yes. You're done, please let me know and conjugate the two verbs.
So what's the second verb?
Etudier means to study. Okay, I just stopped the you guys finished, right? Okay, number 39.
Present, sir.
Okay. 52.
Present, sir.
57. Darunya. Darunya V. 57. Absent. 64. Nitesh.
Present, sir. Present, sir.
Okay. Bhargavi. Banerjee.
Present, sir.
Fine. 136. Magija.
Present, sir.
Fine. Srinidhi.
Present, sir.
Prayas. Number 19.
Present, sir.
Fine. Number 20. Abhimanyu.
Present, sir.
Number 22. Vidyushi. Vidyushi Mittal. Yes, she said mic problem. Number 30. Tumar.
Present, sir.
Okay. Number 32. Ashita Srivastava.
Present, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir,
Yes.
for Aviter and Etudier, do we have to
Yeah.
conjugate with on as well?
Better. Okay, but that you don't know why we are using O, right? So I will explain that in the next class. IL, ELLE and O is same conjugation, so it doesn't make any much difference. So no need.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Number 7. Pratana Shri.
Present, sir.
51. Madhuvan Karthikeyan.
Present, sir.
Okay. 52. Abhishri. Make it fast. Abhishri.
Present, sir.